Guys, we just got the gameplay deep dive. We're gonna go over everything right now, break it all down as much as we possibly can. I think it's mostly good things, and I'll tell you kind of why here in a sec. There's a couple of things that I'm, curious about that could possibly be a little bit questionable, but okay, besides that, here we go. The first thing I want to do actually is there's a bunch of new skill moves that they're showing off in these trailers here, more than usual, honestly. We start right away. There's this one here. Kind of like a little spin, a little nutmeg. That might be a sort of version of the bridge. This one's like, an in and out sort of skill move. I think we saw that one in the other trailer too, but there's a lot of new skill moves, and this goes into kind of what they're going to talk about here in a sec. But I think the reason there's a lot more new skill moves right now is because they're taking so many new real-to-life animations. Like, they kind of show a bunch of clips here of players, like, scoring a great goal or whatever, and then they can kind of recreate that exactly what it would be like in FIFA, or like with the exact animations. So, like, Mbappe's running style there looking exactly like him. Yeah, Mo Salah's running style looks exactly like him here, which is pretty cool. Like, every player feeling more unique is only a good thing, but I think that's why we're kind of gonna get more animations, is because they're taking so many true to life animations. Now, of course, skill moves obviously are different than like normal animations. Like, normal animations will just trigger on their own. Skill moves, you have to like input buttons, right? So it's a little bit different, but it still was pretty cool to see. I was trying to see if Mbappe's run up was a little wonky or not. I'm gonna watch this again because like it was like I remember the first year they added, like, I think it was like FIFA 19. The okay, so it's not very wonky. Let's watch it again here in one sec. No, it's pretty smooth. Okay, so that's nice to see, because I remember the first year they added like the penalty run-ups was pretty wonky. That did not look like that though. But the big news here is they're gonna have over 1,200 running styles now. So remember last year there was I want to say there was like 12 or 15 different running styles. There's over 1,200 now, they said. So almost every player you're gonna be using that's a top player will run like themselves, which is kind of interesting. What it's going to do for Ultimate Teams, I think that's what most people are probably kind of wondering about with this, is some of them are probably gonna be very broken or just like better than others, but what it is going to do is going to add a lot more, probably just like little minute differences. They're going to feel nice in game, that every player is going to be moving differently. At least most of the players will be moving differently, which is kind of nice to see. It'll create more originality, right? And that's kind of like an important part of Ultimate Team, especially. New celebration here. I showed Jack Grealish's new celly. He scores a goal there, and then yep, there's a Jack Grealish celly that we're probably going to see plenty of times in FUT Champs. And they go here and show how Holland runs, right? So last year they had Holland's unique running style, but now apparently it's like even better. So they try to show the previous years versus this year, where it's like almost exactly like him. It's funny how they make the colors like all shit, so it looks like it's horrible last year. But if you just made these the same color, it wouldn't be that much of a difference. There'd just be like a couple more motion capture areas here or something like that. But the point is that there's better running styles and like 1,000,000 of them, so that's pretty interesting. And here they have Foden, Grealish, and Holland taking off together right here. You can see they all run a little bit differently. We can slow it down actually. Here they take off and they all kind of run a little bit differently. Some of these, you see how, I'm sure Foden's explosive. I wonder if Grealish is controlled and then Holland is lengthy. So it shows a little acceleration difference there. I'm assuming that's probably what that is also. So they all run a little bit differently. We actually have more lengthy and explosive stuff to look at here in one sec. But the main thing we want to look at here is play style. So this is one of the biggest things they're emphasizing in this trailer. But they also didn't really emphasize in this trailer is too many gameplay differences. I think this gameplay is going to be mostly the same, and that's a good thing for us. But see how the little badge popped up there before that chip shot? They went into a lot of play styles. That's kind of what they're talking about in this video. They're talking about play styles and a bunch more animations. They're not really talking about too many gameplay like differences here, which is I think it's a good thing for us. I think just, refine this gameplay as much as you can. I think this gameplay is the best one we've had in years. It's not perfect by any means. Do not get me wrong, but it's probably the best one we've had in a long time. And here we go. So this actually right here, instead of lengthy, controlled, explosive, if you watch my videos, we saw this leak a little bit ago that there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 7 or 8 different types of the acceleration. So first of all, though, let's watch this right here from like the beginning. Pretty sure there's like not much of a difference here in how they're running. I mean, I guess, I can't tell who that is, but they're in front. But we go back to like explosive. They're not, getting that head start that you would kind of think they would really. Like, there's not much of a difference at all here. They're like all at the exact same point. Controlled is slightly behind some of these ones over here. And lengthy is, lengthy you could definitely tell is kind of outrunning these three a little bit. But then we go back and watch explosive. Did they really get like a huge advantage here? So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what it looks like. But basically there's a bunch of new ones. And what we want to talk about too is the play styles. One of the things that they really emphasize here is that there's going to be 2 different levels to play styles. There's going to be base play style playstyle and also playstyle plus. So it's basically the traits, like the base playstyle, like whipped pass is going to be like what traits were, and then the plus or the gold version will be basically just like an upgraded version of the trait. So I think there's like 35 of them. Whipped pass is one of them. There's a bunch of more different things. There's trickster. There's Rodrigo, I think, doing that. There's finesse shot, just like last year. A lot of these traits or playstyles will be similar to what they were last year. We have intercept as well. Basically, if you played NBA 2K, they're going to be badges. That's basically what they're going to be. We kind of called that one. Block as well as another one, which is going to be probably very annoying. So yeah, there's that, and there's also the plus version right here, finesse shot plus as well. So you know, more uniqueness on the cards, definitely. Some might be broken, hopefully not, because there's one that might be very broken that I'm gonna talk about one sec here, but there's a lot of different ones that we're gonna look at. They're kind of showing off this new tackling animation here where Van Dijk slides in, takes the ball pretty comfortably. So here's like the playstyle thing here. So no playstyle. Dead ball plus is another one as well. See how like the cursor goes a little bit further, it looks like, on the dead ball plus. You can kind of see like the whip a little bit better. And once again, like Heung-min Son is, I don't know if this is his actual one, like his actual free kick run up, because like, you know, it seems like almost everybody has their own signature stuff, which is pretty cool if that's actually the case. And then I think they're showing the power shot here is what I want to talk about. Power shot plus is going to be insane. They balanced the power shot pretty well last year, at least, you know, besides the volleys outside the box, which were idiotic. But I hope that power shot plus might literally be, like, if you get a power shot off, it's going in. And you know what? Part of me doesn't mind that too much because it's just more goals, but at the same time, I feel like it could be like very broken a little bit. So power shot plus, like Holland has, there's finesse shot plus there. There's power header as well, long ball pass. Like every type of play style you could kind of think of, they have, which I don't mind. I think that most of these, unless they're broken, if it's balanced correctly, will be a good addition. Do you trust them to do that? That's up to you. Quick step plus as well. There's one or two of these I'm worried about. This one not as much, because I think quick step plus would be kind of pretty true to life. Rapid plus though is a little interesting. So look how fast she's going here. She just flies by and scores. Let's go back here. There's quick step plus, and look at rapid plus. She's just going. I don't know what rapid means. Are they just going to be faster? Because in FIFA, what tends to happen is, because it's a video game, you know, the the faster you are, the more meta you are, pretty much. It's kind of almost inevitable that like the really fast players will be the most meta. They've done a decent job this year of doing that, but of course you still need pace this year, right? Like that's just kind of how FIFA is going to be. So I'm worried that rapid plus is going to be the most ridiculous like play style you can find. Of course, we have no idea yet, but yeah, it looks pretty good, and they look really fast. You can see here's Enzo. You know, he's got a gold play style plus two other regular ones. I don't know what these even mean. I can't tell. I don't know the badges, but yeah, every player's gonna have play styles like that, and I think that if it's balanced well, it'll be pretty good. Holland has he has like acrobatic finisher, maybe he's got a gold power shot there. So Holland will also have the gold power shot, which is pretty insane. So now we get into where these play styles will be used outside of Ultimate Team or head-to-head. We got Pro Clubs, which is our first, I think, official screenshot of Pro Clubs. It looks pretty similar, but there's the Pro Clubs guide there, and you can put all of these play styles. So here they all are, really. So you have Whipped Crosser Plus, see if you can see some more here. Tiki Taka Plus as well there, which I'm curious to see what that one would indicate. There's Power Header Plus, performs headers with maximum power and accuracy. Whipped Crosser, all crosses are highly accurate, travel faster, and with more curve. Performs driven crosses with exceptional power. Okay, so that's Whipped Crosser Plus as well. I can't pause on Tiki Taka Plus. There is the car design there, which I want to talk about in 1 sec as well, if I can pause this video. Okay, so executes difficult first-time ground passes with even greater accuracy using back heels when contextually appropriate. Short distance ground passes are exceptionally accurate. See, I don't mind this, but what I'm really hoping is not the case is if your player doesn't have like Tiki Taka regular play style or another ground passing one or whatever, that like long passing and ground passing is going to be extremely difficult. I hope that that's not the case. I just hope you can make like exceptional ones more often. Say like, you know, you have the R1 L1 triangle pass, a chipped through ball, like a driven chipped through ball, like those kinds of passes you can make more often, like the special ones with, say, the play styles. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But here they all are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finishing ones, 5 passing ones, 6 defending ones, 6 ball control ones, 6 physical, and we also have goalkeeper as well. So there, and here we go, right here. Here is the official card design. Right here, pretty much is going to be it. And it's pretty much exactly what the concepts were. So the nation and league are a little bit lower, but the stats are going to be on the bottom. The picture is very high, or takes up most of the card, I guess you could say. And here is like where you'll see the play styles right here next to the attribute details where the traits used to be. Basically, you're going to see the play styles. So Sun has a finishing one. He's got a ball control one and a physical one as well. You can see there's a flare one here. So similar to the flare trait, fancy passes and shots are performed with improved accuracy. Performs flare animations with contextually appropriate. But notice how he like kind of can select one here. I wonder if you can add your own, you know, 2 cards, or at least maybe you can add like 1 or 2 playstyles to each card that you want to. Problem with that is everyone's going to put the best ones on every card. It won't really change the originality too much, unfortunately, unless they balance it really, really well, which would be the dream, but they're probably not going to be able to do that. I do wonder why there's like a little like indicator there. But yeah, there's your card. That's going to be your card design right there for sure. And then also here we got lob pass expert. There's some more here in the pro club stuff as well, or player career mode. There's trickster plus. There's Vinny, like Vinny has trickster plus, I'm sure. I hope you can perform skill moves with people without trickster, if that makes sense. Like, I know you want the ones to be performing really fast, but then certain ones are not gonna be able to do it very well. Like that, you might have a 5-star skill that does not have trickster plus, and it's kind of like not that good. I hope that's not the case. Then you got bruiser plus, which might be insane. So Thiago Silva here and Harry Kane are going at it. I don't know which one will have bruiser. If it's gonna be the attacker and Harry Kane, or if it's gonna be Thiago Silva, but you would think maybe bruiser is gonna be guys with high strength, and I wonder how good this one's gonna be, because strength was actually pretty good this year. Probably the best it's been since like FIFA 17, I want to say. The rest of this is kind of just showing off the Frostbite engine, saying the visuals are gonna be very good. The cloth, the GPU cloth, the stunning detail on the clothes, just incredible. Pre-order now. And they're just saying the visuals are gonna be great. They really tried to, I think, hammer this home after the whole player face controversy. The player faces look fine in game. I think it was just that cover was just very odd. I kind of thought that at the time. Every player face that we've seen looks fine in game. It's just the fact that the cover was shit. I don't know why the cover was shit, but okay, so I was waiting for this tweet. We have all the play styles confirmed. So here we go. We have finishing, we have finesse shot, power shot, chip shot, thank God, power header, and dead ball. Okay, I like that. I think we need chip shot to be a trait. It needed to be a thing last year. Passing, whipped pass, tiki-taka, incisive pass. I don't know what that means. Long ball and pinged pass. Okay. We have no real details, so we gotta just have to like take our best guesses here. Defending is bruiser, block tackle, intercept, slide tackle, jockey, and anticipate. All right. So maybe guys with, you know, lower pace, they give it on the anticipate play style, and they'll be better defenders. Once again, that would be, you know, really ideal, but are they gonna be able to code that perfectly? We'll have to wait and see if they can. I'll give them a lot of credit, but I doubt it. Ball control, trickster, press proven. Okay. First touch, flare, rapid, and technical. Physical, acrobatic, aerial, trivella, of course. Relentless, quick step, and long throw. And goalkeeping is quick reflexes, rush out, cross claimer, footwork, far throw, and far reach. If they can, you know, pull these off and make them, you know, pretty decent, all of them, that would be incredible. This would open up a lot. I just doubt that it's going to be perfect. We'll have some trades that are going to be a lot better than others for sure. I noticed that no outside foot shot, so I don't know what that necessarily means. If everybody can do the outside foot shot now, which kind of would make sense a little bit. Like most people can do the outside foot shot, you know, so I don't hate that, but I wonder if that's, you know, one that's missing here, or if that's just one that they are going to have everybody be able to do now. We have an icon chemistry change. Icons now give +1 chemistry to every league in EAFC 24. That's huge. They're going to be hero chemistry almost now. Heroes, I think, were +2s on the league. Now icons give +1 to every league. So it might as well be as good as hero chemistry at that point. That's really nice to see. Icons needed that change of chemistry. I know it's not really a gameplay change, but I wanted to go into that. Here's some more details on the new ones. We have control explosive, 50% explosive, 50% controlled. Mostly explosive is 70-30. Mostly lengthy 70-30. The controlled ones are 50-50. New meta will be, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. My guess is it's going to be mostly lengthy. Will be really good. But I don't know. There's really no way to tell as of right now. Players in EAFC 24 can now make collisions with ad boards. Players will be unable to stop before colliding with ad boards. What a new feature. I gotta say, what a new feature. We also have Van Dijk's card here with the power header plus. So that's going to be performs headers with increased power and accuracy. He's got that one gold. He's got 1 passing. He's got 4 defending and 1 physical. So just more play styles there for everybody. This could make like the, you know, the guys like Ruud Gullit, Lothar Matthäus, Patrick Vieira, these guys even more insane because they can do so many of these play styles. Once again, I have to wait and see. Here are some new skill moves. Ball roll, drag back turn, flare nutmegs, flare rainbow. I don't know if flare nutmegs will be just like triggered on their own. I sure hope not, like they're contextualized or whatever. But okay, I'm not sure how you could code nutmegs into the game very well. I don't know. That one could be pretty bad, but maybe it'll be like useless. I don't know. So we got some leaks right now regarding like evolution items. If we do, like, I'm gonna go over this on tonight's video. I think if we get some like more information, I'm gonna make a video again on tonight, like at the usual time. And these are apparently the official card designs. If this is the case, I'm quite excited. Okay, so I was just finishing my video. I rendered it out, edited it, all that stuff, and they just released the pitch notes finally. I was kind of waiting for the pitch notes to come out, and they never did. So I was like, okay, that's gonna be it, I guess. Nope, we've got the pitch notes right here. We're gonna talk about everything right now once again. So Hypermotion 5, don't need to get into all this stuff. It's just talking about how it's got machine learning and it's got advanced capture and all this stuff. The first thing that's interesting is we get like the graph on what exactly is going to be explosive, mostly explosive, etc. here. And the only difference really that's changed is the difference in agility and strength, because you guys know the agility and strength difference is what causes the player to be lengthy or whatnot, plus the acceleration and stuff, is now mostly lengthy is 12. I think it was 14 or 16 last year for lengthy, and now pure lengthy is 20. So now you need 20 difference on strength and agility, plus you need to be 6'2" or taller. If you want to look at this stuff more, you can pause the video and check out the graph as much as you want to. Kinetic physical play is something I'm very interested in. We have a Pop versus Sterling here. You have equal strength, you have strong shielding, and there's a pretty good idea and foundation for better shielding, I guess, is kind of what they're going for here. You have kinetic shielding. Shield pushbacks allows you to create space from your opponents by pushing them away from the ball. Press L2/LT to request a shield pushback. Pushbacks are more effective the higher the difference in strength between the shielder and the player they are attempting to push. So I guess they're just trying to improve the shielding mechanics a little bit. The impact of attributes in the shielding mechanic has been increased, with strength having the biggest impact. Improvements have been made to the shielding system, including shielding effectiveness, shielder strength, and interactions. Looks like now that they know that women are coming into the game, they're trying their best to kind of make sure they're getting shielding down and not make the smaller agile players the most overpowered. That's kind of what I'm thinking of trying to do here. And it looks like, you know, I'm glad they're doing that. I don't know how good it's going to be, of course. There's no way to really tell until we get the game, but there's Bellingham. They're doing a little bit of shielding. Gets a little bit of like a skill move out of it, which is, I guess, that's probably a new thing that they're doing now. We have AI true flight ball physics. I guess there's probably new ball physics, I guess, in the machine learning, realistic balance, realistic friction, more curve, I guess, as well on the stuff, which is probably just a good thing. It'll make more sense in terms of passing, I guess, when you're playing the game. I'm not sure you'll probably notice it too much when you're playing, but it's, I guess, cool additions nonetheless, right? AI hands. Stretch sense gloves capture natural hand movements. Oh yeah, I saw this as like every time a player saves it with their like goalkeeper gloves, so like fingers will bounce back, I guess. So there you go. So here are all the playstyles. They have descriptions for literally all of them. So I'm gonna do right now is I guess I'm gonna go into some of the more interesting ones. I'm gonna try and see. You can pause the video if you want to go in like to detail on any of these, but most of these are just gonna be, you know, they do what you would think they would do. Then the plus version gives them just an increase even more on the trait, right? Pretty much. Here's the passing one. I want to see what the passing ones look like. So incisive pass is passes travel faster along the ground without impacting the trapping difficulty of the receiver. All right. Long ball pass, more accurate passes. Yep, we saw tiki taka. Whipped pass we saw as well, apparently. Once again, the passing ones you kind of hope are going to be not super annoying, that if they don't have the play style that you can't really pass very well with them, of course. First touch has reduced air when trapping the ball and is able to transition to dribbling faster with greater control. Obviously, I'm hoping the first touch, if they don't have this, you can still dribble pretty smoothly. That would be the goal. Press proven. What's this one? Keeps close control of the ball while dribbling at jog speed and can shield the ball more effectively from stronger opponents. Okay, that makes sense. So strength probably doesn't matter as much for them too much. They might have like 60, but they can still shield, you know, fairly well. Rapid. All right, let's check rapid out. Reaches a higher sprint speed while dribbling and has reduced chance of an error when sprinting or performing a knock-on. Yeah, that's going to be extremely overpowered. That rapid's going to be that. That's kind of what I thought it might be. I'm sure rapid is going to be one of the better ones. Technicals reaches a higher speed when performing controlled sprint and performs wide turns while dribbling with more precision. Trickster, ability to perform unique flick skill moves. Okay, so the Trickster is performing unique skill moves. That I like to see. Instead of like just performing every skill move faster. I like that. Bruiser is, okay, greater strength when performing physical tackles, so that's defending. Intercept is pretty obvious there. Jockey is increased max sprint speed of jockey. That's the N'Golo Kante trait. Anticipate is improved chances of standing tackle success and grants the ability to stop the ball directly at their feet when performing a standing tackle. Okay, that kind of seems like it's going to be an OP tackling trait, maybe. Physical is acrobatic. We know what that's going to be. Aerial, we know what that will be. Performs higher jumps. Trevella's contextually triggers outside of the foot passes and shots. So there's the outside of the foot really trait. There's Trevella. Relentless is reduces fatigue loss during play and increases fatigue recovery during halftime. All right, that'll be pretty, you know, that'll be pretty good. Quick Stop is accelerates faster during explosive sprints. All right, that's going to be also good. All these look like they're going to be pretty good. None of them look like terrible or well, not very good. Far throw footwork is BAG players will have increased reaction speeds of one-on-one situations. Fuck me. Please God, no. BAG players will have increased reflexes and reactions during opposing set pieces. All right. Rush out, far reach, and quick reflexes. Okay, if you want to pause these again, you sure can. Go and look through all of them, but that's kind of the most interesting ones to look at here. So precision pass allows you to bend and shape the perfect pass with manual precision. So I guess manual passes now will be a skill-based passing mechanic. All right, so I guess it'll be more manual passing. R1 plus triangle or RB and Y for precision ground pass, and R1 and X for precision lob pass, or sorry, R1 and square for precision lob pass. So this new mechanic introduces more skill to passes and is designed so that players who can carve out their own space and aim precisely are rewarded for it. I like that. Okay, it might be difficult to try and, you know, make really accurate passes, but that's kind of the point. Swerve on demand, having the power to control more aspects of your players is a crucial pillar we focus on this year. So the idea of swerve on demand was born. It allows you to curl every pass. Okay, so it's L2. So that's kind of what we had this year, was like the outside of the foot became a lot more popular. Looks like they're just kind of implementing that even more here now to other passes. Headers on demand. This is actually pretty important. Press L2, R2, and intended pass type for a header on demand. So it looks like that way a player will always make an attempt for a header. Please tell me there's a way to make a player attempt at not heading the ball, because that will be actually game changing a little bit. There's some other passing changes. They're driven through passes. That's kind of been a thing. Outside of the foot passes, only players with Trivela playstyle can perform outside of the foot swerving passes contextually. So other ones have to be manual. Contextually will be the Trivela playstyle. Outside foot passes now only use the strong foot of the passer. This one I appreciate. You know, if you spammed, or sorry, you held down L2 and square last year to try and switch the ball up, you see like Hakimi putting a left foot outside of the foot ping to the guy across the field. That will not be a thing anymore. Nice to see. Passes can now be canceled by performing a variety of skill moves. Interesting. Controlling of the ball here. Effort, dribble, touch. Looks like there's more different touches now apparently too. See, that's what they're performing. Like less stuff revolving around the gameplay itself and more like little things that are introduced to the gameplay. Look at these little like contextual dribbles here. There's a lot of good stuff looks like here, and that's nice to see that like these are just all contextual, which is really nice to see. Maybe you have to press R1 for some of them, but this is like, look at that dribble's insane, and that's nice to see that, you know, hopefully it's not broken, but if you can time it right, maybe that's going to be a new thing. That's nice to see. I just want more, you know, because it's R1 plus right stick. I wish it was more, you know, just like right stick dribbling, because that should be what's the best, honestly. The orbit dribble, okay, allows you to move around the ball without taking a touch. Okay, interesting. So let's watch this again here. Kind of beats the goalkeeper. Can we beat the goalkeepers in this game? Please God, can we beat the goalkeepers at Eafc? Hold L2, L1 left stick to start moving around the ball. All right, controlled sprint as well. Controlled sprint introduces a new dribbling speed that is faster than a jog but slower than fully sprinting. Controlled sprint has more controlled touches, keeping the ball closer to your player. Okay, so it's kind of in between here, so let's see what it looks like. That's okay. I like that. It's a little bit in between the jog, a little bit. Yeah, it's nice controlled touches. That's cool. You know, I think there's kind of needed to be something in between the left stick dribbling, like the normal kind of just like moving your left stick forward, and the sprint. Seems like there's kind of a nice little in between. I like that. Okay. There are so many new mechanics this year. Wow, there are so many new mechanics. Back pedal traps, head traps now, adding new animations for those. Agile dribbling, slow dribble input has been changed. So, okay, so initially right away, 6-yard box assist, new logic to assist first time shots near the 6-yard box, so you don't need to be as precise in the split second you have to get your shot off. That's gonna make sweating across goal insanely OP. I'll tell you that right now. It already wasn't too difficult, and now it's gonna be even better. We have aiming rewards now, precision shooting. If you want to read through these, you can. I'm not gonna read the entire article because that would just take an insanely long time. So it looks like they're trying to add more precision shooting into the mix a little bit. Headers on demand, we saw shooting improvements, quick release shots. When tapping circle, your player will attempt to take the shot with the earliest animation possible for a responsive shot. That I like to see, kind of like that tap shot we saw last year was a very good new mechanic. Advanced shot cancels. Oh God, shots can now be canceled with a variety of skill moves. Holy, okay. That's going to be interesting. After powering up your shot, you have a brief window to use the right stick to transition into a skill move. Oh, okay. So that's going to be, you know, the skillers are going to be having their way a little bit. That's pretty insane. Be the keeper with skill moves while like in the middle of a shot. Reflexes are going to be very rewarded in EAFC. It looks like That's going to be pretty nice. A new mechanic there. Power shot transition. You can transition into a different shot type during the power shot animation. There's so many new mechanics this here. Animation refresh. A lot of new animations. There's skill moves. We got new, okay, so here are the new skill moves. Ball roll, drag, the drag back turn. These are how to do them. We saw what they look like pretty much. Trickster flicks is R3 and left stick in desired direction for the Trickster play styles, and Trickster ball roll is L2, R2 from a stand. All right, so there you go. Attack positioning is, I guess, different diagonal runs now. Find space in the box. Thank God. Players may position themselves higher inside the box while attempting to find a passing way into empty space. Thank God. Dynamic defensive line as well there. You can read into that a little bit. There is a ton of new mechanics. This is by far the most new mechanics we've ever had in a FIFA game. I'll tell you that right now. Defending, we get a press. Okay, there you go. Shoulder challenge or seal out and a stand tackle. We finally have different buttons for those as well. Pressing X will do a shoulder challenge and seal out. That is another big change. That's another good change. Zonal defense, we get pressure tactic changes. Using pressure tactics such as constant pressure, press after possession loss, players' marking tightness will be now more varied. So not all players will be tightly marked. Thank God. The goal for this change is to prevent the flow of the game from completely changing when one user switches to a pressure tactic, allowing the attacking team to make smart passing decisions to break the pressure. New push deflects. When the goalkeeper cannot catch the ball, they will now attempt to push a shot deflection into safer areas or out of play. Nice. Tip overs as well there. Animation refresh. Player switching. Looks like there's going to be better player switching. I guess they're trying to make new player switching preferences there. Classic, goal side, and nearest. Across the pitch, set pieces. So free kicks have increased lob passes power. All right, increased power, curve, and dip shots from free kicks, as well, and added the ability to perform outside of the foot lob passes as well. Okay. Last year, goalkeepers in penalty kicks needed to select one of 3 zones to save a goal: left, center, and right. Now they'll need to select from 5 zones to save a goal: top left, bottom left, center, top right, bottom right. So it's going to be harder to save a penalty this year for sure. Competitive settings / master switch as a, so here's a list of modes that automatically turn on competitive preset: ultimate team, yeah, clubs, seasons, ultimate team friendlies. It's actually not mandatory in friendlies. Okay. We get new referee strictness there, better tackle detection, general improvements. All right, player movement. We get player humanization. Additional changes. There's the ad board collisions. Players will play new animations and unable to stop before colliding with ad boards. Movement preservation everywhere and avoidance. So that's going to be nice to see. CPU AI will now use the new play styles. Okay. And have new traits as well, looks like. And deeper match analysis added new stats in broadcasts such as win probability prediction, contested possession, ball recovery time, and line breaks. All right, so I think we'll get more of that stuff in the presentation deep dive, because I think that's a little bit later. Additional changes: practice arena, scenarios practice arena. That's nice to see. We get scenarios now. Okay, except it says move back and forth between playing your scenario setup. I'm not sure what that means. Practice matches now available. Nice. We had new skill games as well, and then reworked career mode skill games. Okay, well, that's pretty much that. A lot of new stuff. There's so much to dive into here. I didn't even I could have got into this for another hour, honestly. So if you want to look into this stuff more, you sure can, but let me know what you guys think. This is going to be the most upside any FIFA game has had, is this FIFA, 100%. It also has the most downside possibility, because a lot of the stuff coming in could be quite broken. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Love you all. See you soon. Peace.